G'day, my name is Matt Hauser and you're watching me on Run Forest Run TV. G'day, my name is Matt Hauser. I'm a short course triathlete aiming for the Paris Olympic Games. My goal is to get a medal there. Born and raised in Hervey Bay and currently residing in the Gold Coast. Growing up in Hervey Bay, I started off with cross country and athletics in school. Found my way into triathlon through my running coach at the time, Brian Harrington, Harrow, as we know up there. And yeah, he was a great instrument to get me into triathlon, and my mum and dad supported me and dropped me off at the pool early mornings and whatnot. And yeah, just a great triathlon community up in Hervey Bay, and definitely punching above their weight. So yeah, have a lot to thank for their side of things, and yeah, fell in love with the sport and the variety of it and the exhilaration it gives you when you cross the finish line, knowing that you've given everything you've got. So yeah. So I did my first triathlon at the Wide Bay School Sport Trials in Hervey Bay. I got selected for the state team, and yeah, basically went on to represent Queensland in a few state and national schools championships, and yeah, was lucky to win 4 in a row in my age group, and yeah, got selected in what was then called the National Talent Academy, the NTA, and got a free bike, and yeah, went on my way to representing you know, Australia at the Junior World Championships in Chicago, and yeah, kind of found that I had a bit of a talent in the sport from then on, and from then on made the decision to come to the Gold Coast and study Bachelor of Business at Griffith University, and linked up with my now coach Dan Atkins and his squad here on the Gold Coast, and yeah, haven't left, been here for 8 years and loving it, and still progressing and having fun with it. Yeah, I first experienced European racing when I went over in 2017. I was at the top of my age group in juniors. Yeah, been to a few Junior World Championships before that and hadn't really yeah, done the best I could. So I was really looking to improve my results, and got my first WTCS start in Gold Coast early that year, and came 18th, and then won my debut World Cup in Chengdu, China as well. So that kind of set me up for a bit of a springboard into the European season, and raced Hamburg that year, the WTCS, and was Mixed Team Relay World Championship, was a part of the Mixed Team Relay World Championship team that won gold there, and then went on to win my Junior World title in Rotterdam later that year. So yeah, later that year I was informed that I was going to be selected in the 2018 Commonwealth Games team to be competing here on the Gold Coast, home games, and that was a very special experience. Yeah, got to embrace the opportunity and experience my first village, which was absolutely an incredible experience, and got to meet so many new different athletes and lifelong friends now from those games. And yeah, that was my introduction to basically elite sport, and I was very lucky to get that opportunity. Got 4th in the individual by a mere 3 seconds, and which was yeah, a success for me at that time, and then we won the relay as well. So yeah, that was a great introduction to elite racing. And later on, a couple of months later, after my Olympic distance debut at Yokohama WTCS, I fell off my bike. I went through a car door in Tugun, yeah, and basically had to have a shoulder reconstruction and surgery on my right hand, and yeah, that certainly taught me a lot about resilience and getting through adversity and patience with everything. And you know, while I had a lot of success at a young age through juniors, like, you know, not everything's going to come easy, and you know, even if you've got talent, you've got to work and provide that talent, you know, with a solid foundation. So yeah, that's certainly what I learned through that 2018 year, and yeah, came back and raced in 2019 and was back better than ever. So yeah, back racing in 2019 after my accident in 2018. I yeah, won 2 World Cups, both in Chengdu and Kazakhstan, and then yeah, basically went to under 23 Worlds and didn't do too bad in Lausanne, but it was a big year, including the test event in Tokyo, and yeah, that was a big eye opener to that level of competition, and didn't get automatic selection. But then the next year, which was meant to be the Olympic year, was obviously the pandemic year, and yeah, put a halt on things, and that definitely switched my mindset a little bit. Yeah, had to kind of step away from the sport for mental reasons and just, yeah, focus on other things, and did bits and pieces like off-road riding, like fishing, different things, like focused on my running, took a couple of months off swimming, just did different things to refresh the mind, knowing that, you know, the Olympics was kind of delayed that 12 months. And yeah, then basically it went into 2021, won 3 out of 3 races basically leading into the selection, and then got the call up to make my debut Olympic Games in when I was up in Port Douglas racing the Oceania Champs. And yeah, that was a pretty special moment, hearing that on the phone and being able to tell my parents and my girlfriend that, and it was yeah, a really special moment to share with them as well. Then the 2021 Games, yeah, was a very unique experience. It was a COVID game, so we were kind of shipped in and shipped out pretty quickly. Yeah, raced the individual and got 24th, which I was, yeah, disappointed with at the time, but considering that we were basically deprived of international competition as Australian athletes with the border closures and whatnot, yeah, it was a pretty difficult time. So yeah, looking back on it, it was quite a disappointing experience, but obviously something you learn from. And the biggest thing I took away from that was seeing how much pride and joy the Aussies had when, you know, athletes brought back medals or brought back success to the team camp, and that's certainly something that's been driving me towards this Paris campaign now. So that's something really exciting. So yeah, coming back from the Games, I certainly had to switch up my mindset. Yeah, I think if I didn't switch things up and change my mentality, I'd get left behind by the quicker guys like Hayden and Alex at the time, like they were flying. So yeah, I really had to make those 1% changes and you know, really yeah, commit to a professional full-time lifestyle. And yeah, that was a big part of me gaining success the following year in 2022 and having my first WTCS podium and in Hamburg, and then obviously doing the Birmingham Games and winning double bronze there, which was pretty special. And then yeah, basically just everything since then has been leading up to Paris, and yeah, trying to do my best to gain selection in that. So yeah, 2023 was a pretty big year. Went to Montreal and got my first WTCS victory, which was pretty special. And then yeah, leading into the test event at the Paris, yeah, at the Paris course. Got COVID 2 days before and had to stay in my hotel room while everyone raced, which was, yeah, a little bit disappointing, but yeah, obviously you move through those moments of adversity and trying to get back. And in Pontevedra, which was the second selection race of the year, managed to get top 8 and qualify for the Games and get that automatic nomination. And yeah, just being able to embrace my coach, Dan Atkins, after and yeah, experience that emotional roller coaster with him and so many others was pretty special to share that selection news with them.
This video is proudly brought to you by Carbon Mafia. How to make a statement? You turn up at your first race and set the fastest age group bike split of the day. That was 2017 Ironman Western Australia. It's now 6 years later and we are still outperforming our competition. Hundreds of podium places and many wins, including professional podiums in North America, Asia, Oceania, and Europe in Ironman, Ironman 70.3, standard distance and sprint distance. Carbon Mafia has created a culture that feels like family. Our global team includes athletes of all ages and abilities, triathlon, road, and mountain. We build to order, including tandem spec wheels, as well as hire of race wheels at selected races in Australia. Free shipping worldwide on orders over $100 for wheels and merchandise. If that's not enough, join us on one of our quarterly cycling challenges and potentially win a set of race wheels. Follow us at Carbon Mafia on Facebook and Instagram, or our website carbonmafia.net.
So yeah, Olympics round 2. We're in 2024, leading up to Paris. Yeah, some exciting times, some good feelings around the camp. I know I've got a really good support crew around me, and racing my first race in Abu Dhabi next weekend, and kicking things off, and then I'll go to Wollongong, race the World Cup there, Yokohama WTCS. I'll race the French Grand Prix in June, and then I'll finish up with Hamburg WTCS a few weeks out from the games, and then I'll drop into Paris and let it rip. So at the moment, training-wise, I'm probably training, somewhere between 22 to 25 hours a week. Monday kind of looks a bit aerobic. Got a long ride in the morning, 3 hours into a 5K strength aerobic swim. And then Tuesday is a pretty big day for us, starting with a track session in the morning, hit the cafe for a bit of brekkie, and then go out to the Runaway Bay pool and have an aerobic swim there, followed up by gym, dietitian appointments and physiotherapy as well. Wednesday is a bit of a bike session in the morning with some hills, probably 3 to 4 8-minuters with some 30-second surges in there as well, up Springbrook, and then into the afternoon where another strength aerobic swim, another 4 or 5K as well. Thursday, a bit of an aerobic day, easy ride in the morning, and then easy kind of 80-minute, 90-minute run off the back of that, so kind of stimulating that bike run sensation. And then Friday morning, we're down at Currumbin Palm Beach, and we're doing a bit of a key-specific open water swim session around some boys, and a bit of hustle and bustle in the group and getting aggressive, which is always fun. And then in the afternoon, doing an hour jog, 45 minutes to an hour jog, just to tick over the legs, and then Pilates in the afternoon with Indy at the Living Well studio. She's been great for us, and to have her as a physio and a Pilates instructor has been really instrumental for our preparation. And then Saturday morning, bit of a brick session, harder bike into a run off, whether that be a crit style kind of swapping turns through 20-30K of work, and then into about 4 to 5K of kind of threshold race pace type of scenario off the bike, and then just an easy swim in the afternoon, and then long run on Sunday. So that's basically the week. So a lot of support goes into to getting me on the start line and heading towards Paris. Lucky enough to have a lot of sponsors by my side. ASICS Australia, who's been supporting me since I was a young boy, and Specialized Global also jumped on board, which has been great to have them. Just signed with Oakley Bike as well, which is pretty cool, and a childhood dream of mine, being associated with such an iconic brand. Morton as well has been supporting me with my nutrition needs. Signed with Salier. My mate Ryan Fisher started a cycling apparel company up in Brisbane, which has been pretty amazing to follow along his journey. And then also Pillar Performance as well, which has been great for my general health, and the magnesium before bed, and the vitamin C and zinc has been great for keeping me healthy and keeping me off the sick bed. Plans after the Olympics, I think on the horizon. Obviously, having Brisbane confirmed as 2032 is pretty special. I'll be 34 at that stage, so I think if I can keep a love for the sport and keep going and keep healthy and fit, that's certainly a pretty prestigious target to try and chase your home Olympics. Between now and then, obviously LA is in the middle as well, and maybe a few T100 races or whatever comes in between. I don't really have too much interest in going to the Ironman distance, but maybe around that half distance might be pretty cool to kind of experiment with. I know I had a lot of fun jumping on my TT bike for Noosa Tri last year, which was pretty cool, and might be an area of interest between now and Brisbane. Just want to thank obviously Mum and Dad for waking up all those early mornings back when I was a young boy in Hervey Bay, and my first coach Brian Harrington for introducing me to the sport. Dan Atkins, my coach now. My beautiful girlfriend Georgia. She's been amazing these past few years and really helped me get through the good and the bad of triathlon. Also, my training partners and my best mates here on the Gold Coast. Without them, I couldn't be more motivated to get up and get to work each and every day. So got those guys to thank, and then obviously AusTri and QAS who have been big financial support and helping me with anything I need, from physio to psychologist to everything in between. So it's been good.